Did Hugh Laurie never put his family first? For 4 years, Hugh's family was without a father and husband. Hugh moved to the USA and left his family behind. But why? It was, of course, for his legendary part in House MD.
I lived in a hotel. I didn't unpack for the first year.
Was he so passionate about the role that brought him global popularity?
I'm so happy doing what I'm doing. It's almost obscene. I was hugely well paid for a job that I loved doing.
Or did he run away from his wife to avoid spending time with her? Hugh married Jo Green 31 years ago. Jo was once a theater administrator when Hugh was still an unknown actor. It was after they met that Hugh's career went up. Hugh knew that his wife played an important role in his success.
Who's the most important person in your life?
My wife.
During their marriage, they had 3 beautiful children, but Jo has remained relatively under the radar, despite the fact that Hugh is such a big star. Many people even thought Hugh was a lonely man, but he never hid his family.
You're married, you have children?
I do.
You had to be away from them when you were shooting here?
Yes, long periods of time. But I would go back and they would come here, so we did the best that we could.
A long separation soon awaited them. For a part in House MD, Hugh left his family for 4 years. I wouldn't say that doing the series has made my marriage easier. Better? I don't know about that either. He was worried that he wasn't taking part in raising children. I worry about parenting at this sort of distance, but they are being so generous and so cool about it that, it might be because they're English, and they won't reveal their psychological damage until they're in their late 40s. Why didn't he bring his family with him?
4 years.
And at what point do you decide to move your wife and your entire family here?
I'm such a pessimist, you see. I could never really believe that the thing's going to last. The whole of the first year I was in a hotel. And in fact, I didn't even unpack the suitcase. I was,
Wow.
Everyone else but getting leases on houses. I said,
But that wasn't the only reason. Hugh didn't want to sacrifice the lives of his kids for his career.
Did you
That
think
other
of
people have.
wanting to moving them here?
Yes, I did. They didn't, because they were. If my kids had been younger, if they'd been sort of 4, 5, 6, that would have been one thing. But they were teenagers, late teens, and they had boyfriends and girlfriends and played in a band and all that sort of stuff.
Hugh was on the show for 8 years, and the Dr. House character became very close to him.
I love the character. I always will. I love him. But I like to be the sort of ruthless, truth-seeking competence of that character. I found absolutely thrilling.
Is it possible that Hugh was so invested in the role that he himself became violent and angry, and his family didn't want to move in with him? Actually, Hugh only took the best from House.
If your life is in danger or the life of a loved one hangs in the balance, obviously you want Dr. House. You want the best. Yeah. You want the best.
Yeah. People who know Hugh have always celebrated his human qualities.
Hugh Laurie is amazing and one of the most incredible actors I've ever worked with, and one of the only people that's ever been able to hold their liquor with me.
No doubt the children would love to live with Hugh.
Singing, humor, acting, performing, fatherhood. Of all the things you bounce around with, what is your...
Well, I would have to say fatherhood. I'm not a professional father, by the way. That's more of a sideline. But I would have to say fatherhood, because otherwise I risk scarring my children forever.
Although they should always be ready for their father's tricks. But without these jokes, it would be a lot more boring.
Who do you box? Who do you fight?
Small children.
No doubt, Hugh understands very well what his children need. My main goal is just to try and not embarrass them. If I can get away with that, then it's okay. Hugh was able to become a popular actor, but still a great husband and father. Would you be able to live away from your family for so many years?